Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
Flashback.
So today now I'm going to be showing you a latest purchase. Probably, I say it's probably, the cheapest skid steer in the area. But I'll talk about it later. Thank you for watching. If you could subscribe or leave a like or leave a comment, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for watching. So the reason we sort of bought this mostly, it's quite nice. It's been a yard scraper on a dairy farm, but I see the actual paint of bodywork and the loader is good. It's just a little sort of is like bits and pieces made out of sheet metal, like this and this. But if you took a bit of this off, it's like powder coat with no primer on it. So it would have rusted anyway. But the rest of the paint was good. This step here, same thing, no primer, nothing on it. Just a quick coat of powder coat. So it's gonna rust anyway, and it's rotted away. But you can see around it's good. I wouldn't say it's fully glazed, it doesn't have a windscreen, but it has a glass either side, and it's a classic sort of case controls everything. So back and forward on this lever does the wheels this side. Back and forward on this lever does the wheels this side. And you sort of tilt them to do work the loader either one. Hand throttle here also has a foot throttle there. It's quite good, isn't it? I like the foot throttle in our JCB, so that's quite a good feature. Third service ready. So all that's pretty good. Tread left on the tyres, so we'll be fine for a while. Okay, now for the reason why it was cheap. This engine here is kaput. So it's I think it's a Shibaura 844 engine, Japanese, but it's the same engine as a Perkins 404-22. See turbo here, so it's a -22T turbo version. But basically, Perkins had a license to build them here, so that's where the Japanese Perkins comes from. So Caterpillar, who also own Perkins, they badge these as their own engine as well. I think in this, it's supposed to be a Case M22 engine, but it's a Shibaura rebadge basically. So a lot of makes use this engine. The seller said it just stopped him one day. So puff of smoke and it stopped. We've had a look, it has water, so it hasn't boiled. Well, it shouldn't have. So it's probably doing with engine oil basically. So we'll have to have a look. Being a turbo engine, I think the first thing is take the boost pipe off it, the compressor side pipe, and have a look how the actual compressor is in the shaft. If that's playing about like a cow's tail, that's a reason anyway. So engine will have to be pulled out, but one good thing about this being a case now, you see the two bolt there, the bolt there. You take both those out, and you see the gas strut there and there connected to the cab. This whole cab folds forward like a lorry does. So like I said, being a case, it is easier to get engine out of this than other brands then. So like a GCB, you'd have a bit of a job to get it out because the cab is solid down in. Only problem we have is the engine's kaput, the loader is down, which means the cab won't fold forward. So we'll have to find a way to lift the loader right up to the top, put that lift cylinder safety, the red piece of the side, down the ram when it's up. So before flipping the cab forward, I've taken this floor panel out. See there? So I can get at the battery. So I wanted to disconnect the battery anyway, like one lead off, just to flip it anyway, but this is quite flat as well. I'll totally take it out and give it a charge. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever had to pressure wash a battery before. So got the cab flipped forward. The struts were are finished basically, so it's quite a job to fold it. That piece of wood there for safety. So here's engineer. The hydraulic pump itself looks all dry and nice and clean, all pipework there. So it's looking quite good really, just the engine that's the problem. So it's all stripped out, ready to take it out now. Engine mounts and bolted and all. So there's only one mount in the back here. So she's just about ready, and I've blanked off all the pipes in, so no water will go in them. So here we go now. Have it apart. And the crank has had it. So she's run low on oil pressure, and the crank's scored. So we'll strip her down now, take pistons out, and see how the bores are. So I have this engine stripped down now. So you have a timing gear here, and the oil pump is inside it. So the actual gear of a gear pump goes on this shaft here, and the gear outside turns it. So you see the inner piece there, the shaft, that's a different colour. That's the wear then. And there's actually a step just here. So it's worn into the shaft itself, bringing the gear down a bit. And it's, well, the tolerances aren't as tight as they should be then, as the pumping as it should be. So it's worn out oil pump basically. So that's the problem. So the big end, basically where the piston con rod goes on there, it's badly scored with this one, and also this one. So it's a lack of oil from a worn pump, and two of these pistons have caught basically the crank. So that's what seized it up. But the rest look alright, and the mains and all. You see the round pieces here, big ones. These are main bearings. And you actually bolt those onto a crank first, and then push the lot in the block basically. So it's like a old T20 Fergie. Those have the same sort of idea. See a big hole here in the block? See all the different webs there? So those big round pieces go in here, and you put them on the crank first, and then you push the lot inside there. Then you have a sort of locking bolt that goes in each of these webs. Just something a bit different anyway. So I've bought this skid steer now as my own personal machine. So I'm a real fan of skid steers. Would I rather GCB? Yes, but this came up. It's quite tidy. Price was alright to repair it. So we can, well, we'll see if we can repair it then.